Alrighty. I think we've got things set up correctly, I think. Hey, welcome back folks, Roth here. Oh man, it's a little bit of delay on the visual. Wow, there's like a second delay. Although I feel like it may be rendering a little bit slower than what I expected. It's going at 720p resolution, it looks like. Just gonna reset. Oh boy. Hopefully this will keep going. Alright. So, yeah. I think I'll just keep it to how it is right now. Yeah, I feel like the bitrate has set a little too high, but this should be fine, I think. As long as I just let it sit for a little bit, it'll probably, subside, hopefully. Because I didn't manage to restart the computer in time, and I wanted to go live before it hit midnight. Alright, so now that we're here, now we're gonna get started on, I guess I would say, the last of the Inktober this year of 2021. And so far, we've done these two. There's one over here. This is the last one we did, which was Earthworm Jim. And the prompt was, what was the prompt for this? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, let's bring out the list, right? 2021. So here's the list. Inktober 2021, official 2021 prompt list. Crystal was the first one. So you can bring that. And then the second prompt there is, what's that say? Can't even see what that says. I got it. Oh, it says suit. Okay, that makes sense. Suit. So initially I wanted to draw Mario in the suit. I planned to do that for last year, and I couldn't get to it in time. But yeah, here is Earthworm Jim. Actually, this format, this layout seems fine here. So for suit, prompt 2, there is Earthworm Jim. It's a video game series back in the 90s with involvement of Tommy Tallarico, who runs the video game orchestra. Is it video game orchestra? I think it's video game orchestra. This series of games were on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Classics beyond classics, platformer adventure, and it received a few. It was like 2 sequels, including Earthworm Jim 2 and then Earthworm Jim 3D on the N64 and PlayStation, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if I ever got to play that one. But the Super Nintendo ones were classics. We used to rent that from Blockbuster. Anyways, yeah. I did this a couple weeks ago, beginning December, and I didn't get to stream any Inktober drawings throughout the month of October, so I decided to, you know what, how about I do some late Inktober's in the month of December. So here we are in December. Before the end of the year, I want to get these in for Drawcember. So here is the first prompt, Crystal. This is based off the Dark Crystal. And also, wait, the 1982 film, Jim Henson, just before Labyrinth. And also, it received a Netflix prequel series, prequel story to the Dark Crystal film. So this scene here with the crystal is captured and chained up by the Skeksis. And yeah, I just want to display this so I can, because I've never done any the Dark Crystal fan art or any drawing whatsoever, so this would be one that could represent it. Someday I would love to draw like Labyrinth, something that would represent Labyrinth. Alright. I've done stuff in the past, past Inktober's. I could try to add that in for the slideshow. And it may or may not would lag the computer that I'm using right now, which I built back in 2007. Let's see here. Slideshow. Did this show up? Yes, there you go. Hopefully this would work just fine without any lag. So there it is in the top corner. You can see. Oh, let me point it that way. I also made it a little bit transparent so I can actually see through it. My gosh, there's a little bit of delay. Yeah, there's a little bit translucent or transparent, however you want to say. So yeah. So I've been inking these drawings, just drawing them outright without sketching. I just used this, I think it was this pen. Just a regular, ordinary pen. Is it this one? Let me see. You got a few pens here. Bring these all out. Oh wait, I think it was this one here. I remember the shape of it. Yeah, well, I think it was this one here. Pentel Wow BK440. It's got this push button. It's pretty neat. So when you push it like this, the the end comes out, and then you can push the button right there to pull it back. It's pretty neat. Here's the blue version if you want to use blue ink. But I'm gonna stick to the black one for now. So, wow. So I got a little playlist in the background. This is the Super Lo-Fi World soundtrack. It's more of a compilation, but of remixed soundtracks from video games such as The Legend of Zelda. And speaking of Legend of Zelda, it's funny that this particular song started playing because today's prompt is Vessel, and I plan to theme this next drawing on The Legend of Zelda, and it's going to be based on Skyward Sword. Let me see if I can get this list up. Skyward Sword, and the character being Faye? I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but she is the character that appears in Skyward Sword. She becomes your companion, similar to the fairies that follow you in the previous games. And so Fee Fi Fo Fum. I tend to base it off of that little quote, Fee Fi Fo Fum. So I called her Fi for a while. And she is basically the spirit of the Master Sword. And this was she was introduced in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which has had a remake, not remake, but a HD remaster for Switch, I believe. I think earlier this year, very recently. So we're gonna be drawing her, and I think I'll add the fairy sword, or whatever the sword that she was initially part of when she appeared. So I don't know if I want to do the fairy sword or like straight up just Master Sword, because she ends up being the spirit for Master Sword once she receives a master, aka Link. So let's see here. So I'm gonna try to figure out the size of this drawing. So it's gonna be like, so looking at the previous drawings, they were pretty top and bottom, like they fill up the whole entire page. And I want to try to reduce the size so that it could, fit a little better when I'm photographing them. So we'll see how I can get this done. Also, it's tough to try to adjust the camera the way I want. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and move the camera around carefully. There's my keyboard. There's just not enough room on the table. I feel like I have to further move things around. So I think like here should be comfortable, but I just have to get the camera where I want to go. Also, a little warning that if in case I lose connection, I'm gonna try and come back as soon as possible. I tend to lose connection just randomly around a couple of hours. Because right now it's like around midnight, so in a couple hours, do expect a disconnect. And if not, you know, we'll just continue to do whatever. Let's see here. So, let me see if I can position myself to. Alright. Right now it's still tilted like an odd way, but let's see here. I'm not sure. Ah, man, I forgot how the sword looks like. I might need to look up some reference images to see how that sword would look like. I definitely know how the Master Sword looks like, and probably bring up an image. And also Fei. It's spelt with F and I. I feel like some of these images, the ones I've drawn so far, they're best for like vertical, like, you know, what's it called? Like not aspect, but what's it called? Orientation, yeah. So a lot of these drawings, they're best to fit like the vertical way when you tilt the canvas or paper around. But let's see here. Let's see, so I'm gonna go by what's being displayed on cam. So somewhere up here should be the top. I'm just gonna make like small little light marks. This is just a regular pen you can probably find at Staples or whatever, Walmart. Just gonna make that mark. A little tiny mark. You probably can't see it on cam, but it's probably too bright. I'm just gonna adjust the light. See if it affects the brightness or anything. Now it's like not as bright, which is easy on the eyes. Let me see. Yeah, I think this lighting is just fine. And this here is on its brightest, which is probably not ideal. No, right here is on its brightest. It's probably not ideal for my eyes. I'll be staring down at the paper and probably not be as eye-friendly, you know? So somewhere around here is fine, I think. Let me see if I can go a little lower. And this here is its most dimmest. But it still shows up as bright on the cam, because that's the cam that's like adjusting it. I feel like I should also try to adjust the focus, so let me see if I can go to camera settings. I'm still doing this live, because, you know, I didn't have enough time to set it all up. Let me see if we can get this in, so I can know how the settings are. Alright, configure video. Okay, it looks like it's auto-focused itself, but I kind of want to make sure. Oh man, what's the settings? Also, I gotta be careful because the computer's a little bit laggy right now. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't want to do too much. Alright, focus. Let's uncheck the auto. Okay, I think it should be somewhere. Yeah, I'll just keep it to this here right now. I could try to zoom in a little more, but I don't want to go too much. What I could do is I could probably try to zoom in at the beginning, you know, as I'm starting out, but then I could also Yeah, I'll zoom in. Right now it's at 236. I could bring it back out later. Oh my gosh, it's lagging so much. Yeah, I can't wait to adjust the, or to build that new computer, which is arriving soon. Well, I mean, the day for building it is going to be on January 1st. But I've got all the parts. They're ready to be built, put together, and built. So I'll be doing that live. On that day, New Year's Day. New computer, new day, new year. I can't wait. It's been like over 14 years. It's time to upgrade. Okay, let's see here. Let's get her head down. I'm just gonna have her looking, you know, straightforward. Oh man, what is up with this pen? Let's see. I feel like I need some scrap paper or something to get the ink out. Yep, there we go. There we go, now it's coming out. No, this is just the first mark. In about 10 minutes, it's going to be a lot more on this paper. I feel like her head should be a little smaller, not too much. Yeah, I don't want to make her too big. She's also playable in Hyrule Warriors. Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. I put in quite a bit of time. It's one of my, I would say is like my third most played game on the Wii U. I remember live streaming it once or twice. And also, I think the last time I played it was in 2020, when I was using it as a test game to test out the capture device. I was planning to do like Animal Crossing New Horizons on Switch. It's back in early 2020. And also Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, which I'll be playing tomorrow, Thursday. Donkey Kong? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So, I think Fei is, she's pretty much sentient. The spirit of the sword, sentient sword. And, yeah, she interacts with Link throughout the, that story. And she's got this most graceful movesets, and most apparently in Hyrule Warriors, so she is definitely playable in Hyrule Warriors series. I don't know if she makes appearance in the second one, Calamity, or what is it called? Which is more based on Breath of the Wild. And they did a really great job with the original Hyrule Warriors, adding lore to the story. Even though it's not as canon, but they make all the stories tie in together so well. Got characters from like past iterations of the Zelda series. Really great. If you're a Zelda fan, I would definitely highly recommend that one. Hylian. I don't want to make it too pointy. Ba, 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 ba. Let me see if you can get it in the center there. I'm not sure how it looks when it's like viewed on top. I guess I'll just look above and see how it looks on there. Okay. This will turn out just fine, I think. So Fee's got this childlike look to her. Diamond forehead. Ba, ba, ba. And she almost has like same shape of Link's eyes. Or even the face. Never noticed that until now. I'm just gonna have her face forward. I thought about wanting her to like pose. Maybe do like a graceful pose. Because there are some images where she does do some poses. In game too. But maybe I'll keep this symmetrical to keep it on theme. Hopefully the all the frames are going, because I know this camera's kind of resource hoggy for my computer. And yeah, even at like 720p quality for the camera, it's pretty laggy for me, or for this computer, I mean. Not for me, but like the computer. It's got some very smooth lines. Very sharp. Just like a sword. Sword ship, that she is. So far it's coming out pretty well. I feel like this side here is a little bit round. Should cut off like somewhere here, right? Oh, there's the Wisp from Animal Crossing. That's a drawing I did last year. So hopefully that, or those, should show up completely. Oh, there's Bulb Orb. I think the prompt for that was bulk, a bulky Bulb Orb. I was trying to portray. There were some good ones last year, good prompts. Oh yeah, that's the first ever Inktober drawing that did. The Poison Apple. So I themed the first year to Disney, all things Disney related, old and new, or newer, recent, modern. Oh, there's Dumbo. They're in a scene where they were at the circus. Super Mario. Also, I hope that the tunes are not too loud. I think they are coming through, but it don't want to be too loud there. I'll bring it up a little bit. I think the levels can handle a little bit more. I think, yeah, right there. I think that right there should be fine. I'm just gonna bring the microphone down a little bit so that it's more pointed towards me. There we go. I think it should be a lot better now. 30 minutes in. I gotta be careful not to press the wrong buttons here. That should show up a little better. Yeah, I think this little pointy part should line up with this part here. Alright, so this part of her cape it splits in half. There's two colors, just like a dark purple and then her cyan part of her body. Her whole head is like cyan. Crystally cyan. I should probably get her nose in, huh? Ta-da. Wait, she does not have any upper lips. Is this also Zelda? Shadows underneath on her neck. Wind Waker. Oh, I should also add the Skyward Sword soundtrack to this, huh? Just to make it fully Zelda themed. Yeah, I should probably add that afterwards, huh? So you can find it. Wow, man. Even just browsing my Windows folders is just like taxing on the computer. Oh, where did I put it? I don't know if I have it. in these folders. I'm not sure where it's located. No idea where it's located. Thought it'd be in the music folder, but it's not there. Legend of Zelda. Maybe it's in the... okay, it might be on my portable. It's like browsing for this. It's like... I don't remember where I put it. I don't know. Not in downloads. Might have been in Windows 10. Nope, I don't see it here. Man, it's gonna take me a while to find this. Oh, there's a Mario and Chill compilation. I might have to add that too. Ah, these are separate tracks. Oh, there's a Dire Doc one. Oh, these are OGG files. I'm sure I can add these. Let's see. Wow, where did I put it? I have no idea where I put it. Oh well. I wanted to listen to it. Now I just can't seem to find it. I could probably try to do a search. Let me see here. Legend of Zelda. I think it should be Skyward. Should be able to find. Let's let it do a search. No items match your search. Alright, I'll let this do its thing. So, Wyatt's got some shoulders. I'm trying to measure it. I think it's somewhere over here. It starts to curve down. So far it hasn't found it yet. So she has this cape, and no arms on this cape, which is quite odd. But I guess when it comes to swords, just like no, there's only that one pointy part, you know. And I recall there being this was back in, like, I want to say 2012 or something. I forget what year it was. No, I think the game came out in 2012 or the end of 2011 or something like that. Somewhere around 2010, 2011. I think that's when Galaxy 2. By then, Galaxy 2 was out. I think I was still playing Monster Hunter Try on the Wii. And Skyward Sword, I think the title was not revealed yet. The full title is just Zelda on Wii, whatever the next new Zelda on Wii was at the time. And it was the first image reveal, which was a drawing illustration that Shigeru Miyamoto showed only to folks at E3 privately. But then somehow it got leaked. Someone took a photo and just leaked it to the internet. And I think there's like a whole bunch of major sites that covered it, media sites that covered it, including Kotaku and IGN, I guess, covered it too. And it showed Link from the backside, and he's got his head turned and looking, you know, this way. But on his back, there was like a character on the bottom right behind him. It's a brand new character we've never seen before, and it's like a blurred image. But we got to see this new character, and it turned out to be this character here, rumored to be Spirit of the Master Sword, and it turned out to be Spirit of the Master Sword when more details came. And then the full title was revealed to be Skyward Sword. Skyward, where the Master Sword is pointed upward. Upward as in skyward. Skyward Sword. So then it was revealed that the plot was going to be about the origin of the Master Sword. And this character named Fei. So you can get this cape out this way. This is a very important entry to the Zelda franchise. I feel like folks who are into the Zelda series needs to play this title. I mean, if they want to learn about the Master Sword, this is the one to check out. Especially now, since it's like been ported and remastered to the Switch. It's probably best to play on here. I had a friend who wanted to see this game get remastered because they didn't want to play it on the Wii, which Miyamoto recommended to play with the Wii Motion Plus. I think Wii Motion Plus was required to play originally on the Wii, and I think it may have been bundled with one, maybe not. It definitely got bundled with this soundtrack. It was a Legend of Zelda Symphony Orchestra. I forgot what the full title for that project was. But an official orchestra that would play symphonic versions of pieces of the music from the series, from the original game to throughout, all the titles. Wind Waker, A Link to the Past, Twilight Princess, and so on. And even Skyward Sword. I feel like I need to put that soundtrack on. Or the symphony orchestra version of it. So it's very rare to have like soundtrack CD bundled with a game, and yeah, Legend of Zelda was one of those occasions where they bundled with the soundtrack. I wish they'd do that more often. Like Super Mario Galaxy has some great music, and also Skyward Sword. A lot of relaxing tracks on there. Alright, so now she has this large diamond on her chest. Let's see where the corner is at. Wop wop. Wop wop. Wop wop. This diamond's look a little bit too long. Yeah, it's fine. I'm seeing it from my angle, it's like... Okay, so... continues to go down here. Something like that. Yeah, the diamond I feel like should be a little bit smaller, but let me try to readjust it as much as I can. There's actually a lining around here. All right. It goes a little further this way. Oh, I think it's Kakariko Village, based off of Kakariko. I guess this diamond part just protrudes out of her chest, which is why there's like shading and shadow behind it, and also because, you know, it's underneath the cape. She's got this flowy cape. Oh, hey there, Mac G. Sick figure, nice. Mac G, or Mac GG from over on DLive. This character is Faye from the Legend of Zelda series, namely Skyward Sword. So this is part of the Inktober that I was supposed to do back in October, but since I didn't have time, I was mostly playing video games, namely Fatal Frame, which is a spooky game where you take pictures of ghosts, which I'll be playing this Friday. I hope I can revisit Fatal Frame and finish the hard mode of it. But yeah, late Inktober in December, aka Drawcember. And here are the prompts. Let me see if I can bring it out. The prompt for this year's Inktober. Here we are. Currently on the third prompt. I'm not going to be finishing the entire list, but I've got the first two so far, working on the third. I just want to get as many as I can, you know, before the year ends. And then there's like a whole bunch of drawings up there in the slideshow. Those are the ones I did previously. Live streamed them in the process. I'll try to get a drawing in or two. I think with Inktober, it sort of helps me get back into drawing, you know? I've been off of drawing for a while. But yeah. When it comes to art and just drawing in general, you gotta keep on practicing, keep on flexing that brain muscle, you know? In order to get better. To get better at drawing. And I guess that goes for anything, right? Anything you want to practice, like an instrument or singing, just gotta keep on practicing. And with the Inktober, it is quite a challenge because I'm not so used to drawing with pen. So I'm just using like a regular pen, nothing fancy. And I would usually just start out with pencil, you know, or just sketching in pencil and just leaving it at that. I just draw for fun, not for, you know, not professionally or anything. Let's see here. Man, I feel like this diamond is like a little bit too large. It's fine. I'll try to adjust to it. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out the rest of her body. Just got this slim body. Ba-ba. Yep. Yeah, every year in Inktober, try to get as much done. I think my best so far still is probably when I initially started doing Inktober's back in 2018. I think that's the one year where I almost completely complete the entire list. I was like a week off, but I made a total of like 20, I think 21 or 22 prompts. And it took a lot of time and effort because not only did I live stream each and every one of those, but I also edited the footage together to create like a time-lapse video to upload to YouTube. So they're all up on there, at least for that year. And I tried to do it again the next year in 2019, and I couldn't keep up. There's just too many. There would be a prompt like every day of that month. So there would be 31 total for October. Let's see here. Get this body. Oh, here's a Zelda theme. I think. Oh, this is Super Mario Galaxy. Ba, 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 ba. Oh man, what a fantastic soundtrack. And this remix does it justice too. In lo-fi form. Chill lo-fi form. Ba, ba, ba. Man, I would love to play that game again. I still have the Wii version. Oh, this was another one that got remastered to Wii or Switch. I mean, from Wii to Switch. Ba, 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 ba. Come on, pen. Oh man, that was running out of ink there. I was hoping to get like at least 5 drawings in this year, but oh man, I missed out on a couple of weeks. The last couple of weeks, so I didn't get to fit in, anymore. So this will probably be the last art stream until the new year. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, thanks. Oh, watch out for that spam. We've got spam coming out of YouTube. There's no way for me to disable the YouTube live chat, so they just keep on coming when I'm live. Ba, 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 ba. It's like some sort of ribbon on her waist or whatever. It goes further down, like all the way to her thighs, so it comes out like a dress or some sort. But I also gotta make room for the sword that she pops out of. not sure if I have any images of the sword. I got an image of the Master Sword. Oh man, there's this one image where it's like she's blocking it. Okay, man, it's not very clear. It's like one of those dresses. Her design is very modernized. Like for an origin story on the Master Sword, it's like, man, the fashion back then, you know? I mean, for this fantasy story, I consider Legend of Zelda like a fantasy adventure. Part curves down. It's like some sort of like, not ribbon, but it's part of her design on a dress. It brings out the curves, I guess. Something like that. Alright, this part I can just shade it in, even though, you know, it's mistakenly just, you know, came down as if it's part of the body. She has no arms. There's no indicator of her having arms. Alright. I also don't want to make it too, like, big. Like, the image needs to be enough so that it fits in the frame. So when I take the photo of it, you know, it's going to be in 16:9 aspect ratio, and, you know, just enough to put it as, like, a thumbnail or something. We'll keep it at that for now. I need to find this this fairy sword, or whatever they call it. Apparently I cannot find the soundtrack either. I thought I had it ready to go, but can't seem to find it now. I should have put it in a spot where I can find it easily. Alright, let's see here. Load this page. Oh, here we go, I found it. I found the sword. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see the chat from here, but unless I put this in a separate window. Alright. So, okay, I'm gonna start the hilts. I've got what they call the end of a sword. Start right here. Oh, that's right, yeah. So the diamond part of her body is pretty much the center part of the sword. Probably gonna start right here or something. I think I'll be able to fit the sword in, at least part of it. Ba, 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 ba. It's like I think it's either fairy sword or goddess. I think it's probably goddess. Goddess sword, right? Sword of the goddess or something like that. I haven't played the game since it came out. Kind of want to get back into it. How many more do you have to draw? Well, I go by the amount of time that I have. So since I stream a lot of games on here, there's not a lot of time for art. The only time, like, I feel like art, it's usually like twice a year for me. And when it comes to traditional, you know, when it's like pen and paper, pencil and paper or whatever, with webcam here, like, it's usually towards the end of the year, like October. So I would gear up for Inktober during the month of October. And if I could fit it in, I could fit it in and get some art in. But somewhere towards like Q2 of the year, or Q1, Q2, I would do like digital art, and that would be like throughout the year as well. So whenever I have time to fit one in, I would, you know, try to get it in. But I mostly do, like, you know, video games on here. Like Monster Hunter is a prime example of the series that I'm currently playing on here. But rarely do I get to do any art, so but I feel like there should be more from the looks of like what's on DLive, like the sections on DLive. There's not many people that does art on there, so I try to fit it in as much as I can. But you know, it's gotta be known that I don't really have it as a focus. Hey there, Pixel Yuki. Wow, it's been a while, my dude. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, so as of late, it's you know, it's been Monster Hunter after Monster Hunter. So different iterations of Monster Hunter, old and new. Or, you know, whichever is the latest. And I go back to some of my favorites, including 3 Ultimates. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimates, which is on the Wii U, and I plan to play that tomorrow, on Thursday, as part of the Thursday throwback. And also Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame is the spooky game I mentioned earlier, where you take photos of ghosts. You gotta defeat the ghosts by taking photos of them. Very supernatural, very Japanesey. So I've been replaying that for the 2.5 time. This time going through hard mode, aka nightmare mode. So I'll be playing on Friday. Just about almost finished with that. Got a couple more chapters to conclude before the end of the year. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it before, you know, the year ends. Unless, you know, I could probably save it for next year or something. Doing great, it's been a while. Took a break from the internet. Oh, that's good. That's good. sometimes, you know, places can get overwhelming, both IRL, real life, and the internet. Doesn't matter where you go. But it's good to take breaks, and, you know, whenever, wherever you can. I think for me, I think the only example that I could think of is like social media. It's good to take a break from social media. Like, I don't hang out on Twitter as often as I used to, like many years. And it's good because now I have time for other things. And same thing with, like, you know, Facebook. I haven't logged into Facebook for a long while. Like, social media takes up so much time. It's good to take breaks from it. But then at the same time, if you want to, you know, promote yourself, like, social media is a great place to do it. Do you sell art? I mean, back in middle school I did, yeah. Well, but not anymore though. But I do commissions, not as often. But you know, I make digital art, if that counts. I mean, I guess it does. But yeah, making emotes for, you know, fellow streamers and stuff. Alright, let's see here. I don't know how many ridges the hand part of this sword has, but I think I'll add one more maybe. Actually, I think right here should be good. I don't want to make it too long, or else this is not going to fit the page. Yeah, back in like middle school, I used to, like, you know, just draw for funsies, and then my classmates would be asking me, "Oh, could you draw Goku or Sailor Moon for me?" And then they would either pay me with cash or do like a trade, and someone would trade me like trading cards. There'd be trading cards that has like images of Dragon Ball Z characters and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I think I might still have that pack, you know, back at my other place somewhere. I still have like a pack of playing cards with Sailor Moon. It's like all Sailor Moon themed. I was once a big fan of those growing up. I remember drawing like a whole bunch of Pokemon when Pokemon was brand new, still airing on TV for the first time. It's back in like 8th grade, junior high. I would draw Pikachu, and nobody knew, not many people knew what a Pikachu was back then. It was back in like 1998. So majority didn't know what Pokemon was, but now it's like exploded. Everyone knows what a Pikachu is. But we knew this is going to be a huge franchise. It was me and like a few other, like a handful of other classmates that followed, you know, Japanese animation back then. And we knew what the next big hit was going to be before it even airs in the US. Alright, so this sword here goes this way. It's the goddess sword. And I wish I had a proper ruler so I can actually straighten this out myself. But I think one other technique or tool that I could use is another piece of paper. So like, if you have If you have trouble drawing straight lines, you can do this. You can get a piece of paper, or if you don't have a ruler, you can use a piece of paper and just like that. So like so far, it seems, you know, it seems half and half. Seems like it's aligned pretty well. It started to curve like around where her body is, but so far it's pretty symmetrical. How does that look on cam? Let's see. Oh, you can actually see a little tiny bit. I think if I press it down, right? You see it fade a little bit. But yeah, that's one other technique that I can think of. Later in the future, I can create my own little clothing store. I might look for you. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know where to find me. Yeah, I've been thinking about like designing little graphics and like printing it on a shirt and stuff. Actually, as a matter of fact, I did get a commission to draw something pretty fun, and the person that, you know, that commissioned me to do that drawing, they got that to print on shirts, but as part of, you know, they had a group. It's more of a political group with presidents, so it involved presidents of the United States and stuff, the candidates. This was like last year or so, and I basically had to draw some presidents, including our current president, in a sort of like Street Fighter, like all the candidates and stuff were presented in this like Street Fighter layout, like choose your fighter. It was pretty fun to draw. Let's see. So the sword also has this diamond, just gonna be right at the center here. But yeah, I was thinking to maybe design some art where I could, you know, print some more shirts and stuff. Because there's a bunch of like daily shirt sites that I follow. I've been following for years. Like Shirt Punch, for example. The Yeti is another popular one. Kind of want to get some designs up there. I don't have the time to do some of the art for it. And they're usually, like, they would be like fan art pretty much. Like I could just make this design, turn this into like a digital design, and I feel like, you know, a lot of people would like to have it on a shirt or something while playing their, you know, the favorite Zelda game or something. Because I've got a whole lot of ideas that I just haven't laid out. I don't see many people, you know, do that idea, or some of the ideas that I have hasn't been done yet. And, you know, I kind of want to put those ideas down, whether it's on paper or, you know, just get them out. Okay. Man, I feel like it's like starting to swerve this way. Okay, we should probably move this up. Oh, thanks for the father, Don Juan, and Trovo. Man, we're getting people from all over the place right now. See, I wish I could have done this like a lot sooner. I was hoping to hop on a little sooner so I can make it all within the day. But I woke up late and I was thinking to hop on Pokemon Unite, so I did that earlier today. Oh, thanks, Don. Your latest tips and ideas in Trovo, really? Oh, nice, really? Oh, is that why you have Trovo in your username? Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. I have a lot of suggestions for Trovo, and oh boy, I would have to provide you a list of all the things that I could present to Trovo for them to improve, like the website in general. Like, I have so many ideas. Oh man. Do music streams and visual artwork that is in digital in Trovo. Hope to share stream. Oh, nice, sweet. Cool. I might have to swing by. I wonder if. Now here's an idea. Here's one idea right off the bat. What if, and I don't know if this exists yet, but what if there would be a suggestion box? A suggestion box for Trovo. Imagine. Imagine that. I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of way to contact Trovo, but how about like make it public? Like, is there some sort of like message board or frequently asked questions? We need some sort of like message board. I don't know. I feel like, you know, we gotta go old school with these message board, and just have people post like, you know, questions or you know, feature requests, like how you know, other sites have. Like, there would be like a user voice for Microsoft. Microsoft tend to use their user voice for, you know, their Windows support and stuff like that. So there needs to be something like that for Trovo, something that's like easily accessible, you know, from the viewer standpoint and even broadcaster standpoint, but like for everybody. And make it public, you know, like, I feel like that needs to be a thing. And not only that, but like the safety of Trovo, like security wise, I feel like it could be improved, because I've had like bots come by in the past, and there's like no way for me to keep track of that. I feel like managing those bots, I feel like they just come by and start spamming in the chat. It's happened like once or twice before. Let's see here. Check out the length of this. But yeah, I dig some of the visual and audio presentations for Trovo so far. I've seen how the recap website or page for Trovo. So Trovo would do this like a recap of this, you know, broadcasters that get the results, and I streamed over like 1,300 hours in this year alone. I think I could probably bring it up, right? It will probably lag my computer, but I'll probably bring it up once I build the new computer, so I can show that the you know, statistics for that. And that's cool that, you know, there's a separate web page for that, like available for any broadcaster to you know, to save. And I like that it's like we're able to actually save the screenshot, you know, to let us download it. They let us choose an avatar, and there's like a variety of avatars. There's like 5 of them to select from. And I kind of like the blue one. I think his name is Bang. He's more of a sporty type, but I just like the colors of the room. They're themed to like different colors. Leon would be the green guy. He's the main guy that you see in like the emotes and the mascot, pretty much, on Trovo. And there's like 4 other characters. There's Penny, there's SMH. I think I mostly relate to SMH, who is the technological tech savvy guy, but his color is like yellow or orange, where I'm more in favor of the blue, who is Bang. But Bang is more of a sporty type. I don't know. I feel like they should make him like red or something. And speaking of Trovo is synonymous with Pokemon Unite, I feel, because you know, it's from Tencent, Taimai and Tencent, and Tencent also manages Trovo as well, so they go hand in hand. I was streaming some of that game earlier today. It would take time while drawing. Yeah, I mean, art does take time. I mean, I can just like pretty much just sketch the entire thing, like just like roughly do like a rough draft of it, and it will come out all sketchy and stuff. But if you want to get like fine lines, definitely take your time and, you know, go slowly. Because remember, you're working with pen. I'm working with pen here, and it's important to, you know, for me to be as precise as possible. So take my time, going slowly, so that I can, you know, make more correct inline strokes, rather than, you know, making quick strokes and not lining up correctly. But then sometimes maybe you do want to go, you do want to make mistakes, because maybe you could learn from those mistakes, and that's the point of arting, or just drawing in general, because you could learn from these mistakes, and, you know, maybe you can make better strokes for next time, more precise strokes next time. And I think that's one thing we can learn, and it's like, I feel like it's kind of like life in general, you know? You make mistakes, you learn from them, better luck next time, right? That's why I feel like art is like pretty much like life. I don't want to go too deep into that, but, you know, it's pretty much, that's what I've learned. I took like art appreciation class back in college. Not really as like a main, but like I just appreciate it. I don't want to make it like a profession or anything. And yeah, you kind of learn these things, you know, kind of take it for granted. I took it for granted, but I kind of learned from it, and I just, you know, just for the most part, I just appreciate it. And I appreciate those that do art and create, whether it's, you know, where it's like visual or audio. I work on music too, but as of late, I haven't done much in a while. Like 2020 has me taking a break from a lot of things. All right, Mick. Alrighty. Yeah, I feel like this drawing's not, I mean, I could definitely finish it by tonight. Probably in the next hour or so, if I were to guess. Because there's not much to this. It's pretty symmetrical. There's no posing, like with the character and stuff. It's pretty much she's looking forward. Pretty stiff pose, just like a sword. And she is the vessel of the sword. That is the premise of this. And the prompt for this, being vessel, makes so much sense. Which is why I chose this character, or Faye, as the main subject for this. And any Inktober, like, I feel like after that Disney one that I did back in 2018, where I themed every prompt to like Disney related, like I would have some drawings where it's like a mix match of different Disney properties, but still within the Disney universe. But I just like do like a little crossover with like different characters that would match the story. And then after the year after that, I started doing like video games, but making it spooky. Like it would be a video game themed. Like I would have like Mario and stuff, Zelda, Mega Man, but I kind of wanted to keep it like spooky themed, like horror. And I think one I remember was the Nintendogs one, Nintendogs, which was the Nintendo DS game, very popular franchise. So I'd have it themed after the husky. I think the prompt was husky, and the one husky I can think of is one of the dogs from Nintendogs. And then I combined it with a horror film, and the one horror film that I can think of was John Carpenter's The Thing, 1982 classic, another on 1982. And this one, The Dark Crystal, based on Dark Crystal, was also based on Dark Crystal from 1982. But husky dog, there's a husky in there where it got possessed, not possessed, but like taken over by an alien. And then, you know, it's just a husky with like tentacles coming out of its body, pretty much. So it's very Lovecraftian. But yeah, so I try to combine those two together to create this weird, you know, it's not very appealing, I feel. Maybe to some, but like not a very not very appealing to the public, I feel. Especially, you know, when it's like a horror themed one. But with like October, I kind of, you know, want to keep it spooky. Man, if only I can find that soundtrack for Legend of Zelda, I could put it right now. I can't find it. I could probably try to play the YouTube. But instead, I'll just keep it to this Shikari soundtrack. I've been playing this one, or at least the soundtrack. I played the demo of this game. I think it's available on Switch now. Alright, let's keep it this way. Maybe I'll just like fade it out, because I don't think I can capture the bottom part of this this paper. I love the soundtrack for this game. I was watching someone play it earlier today. Surprised that folks are enjoying it. I mean, it's a very enjoyable game. It's very Zelda-like. A little bit of Animal Crossing and Pokemon. It's got like a top-down view with you know, action adventure. You get this paintbrush. You play as this dog. You get this paintbrush. You can paint the world. That becomes like black and white. And it's all that dog's fault. So you gotta fix it. Alright. Alright, so far so good. I think the sword is almost done. Oh. Man, what happened to the ink? The ink's not like coming out. I'm afraid to make the strokes even harder because it's gonna make it like a large mark on it. Alright. Good thing I have like a napkin over here so I can just draw on it. Alright, there you go. It's got a very, very Celtic sound to it, which I dig. Yeah, this is the part where Shikari, or I forgot what the dog's name is. I think you can just name the dog yourself. So pretty much the protagonist is in the process of cleaning the room, Chicory's room. I think she was hired to clean it, and then she made a mistake of messing around with that brush. There we go. Yeah, the main theme for this is really nice. I think this is the theme that that plays when you solve a puzzle or something like that, or solve something, or you know, a chapter. A little bit of shading there. Yeah, put some over here. Yeah, if only I can hop on a little earlier in the day. But man, just time just prevents it. I feel like not a lot of people are on, like, at nighttime. Especially around this time. Very late. Also, another reminder is that I may start to lose connection at the next, like, half hour or so. So in case I do, I mean, I think I'm almost finished with this already, so it wouldn't be too bad, but it does tend to happen, you know, in around about an hour or so, half hour. Which had happened a few nights ago as we were playing Mario Party. And it was unexpected, so sometimes, you know, our ISP can start doing maintenance. I think they're just doing maintenance, but they do it without warning. Without warning the, you know, whoever their customer is. Which is not good. I'll tell you that. Not good for the customer. Man, this sword is it's like very large, but it's like shaped like a dao. Dao is what they call in like the Chinese language. Very ancient, and a lot of the ancient swords were like thick like this. I guess because they last longer. Man, this reminds me of a trance track. Alright. And I think there's like some sort of starts somewhere over here. Man, I can't see the entire sword, but It's being covered by Faye's leg. There's something at the center of the sword here, like this. Yep, something like that. Let's leave it like that for now. Alright, now I can probably work on the rest of her cape. Maybe add some shading to the handle part of the sword. Oh man, the ink is not coming out. I wonder if it's like starting to run out of ink or something. Seems to go fine on the other paper. Something like that. You die in the chemistry? Oh man. Man, I remember chemistry in high school. And that's when we dissected a frog. We dissected a frog in chemistry class. There we go. A little shading to the handle part. Da, 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 da. Oh, time to put the next track. I think that was a boss fight on that last one. I had to skip it because it's very very drum and bassy. Nothing against it, but it's like I want to keep it chill. Chill and adventure-y. Okay, let's see here. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, so apparently, like her cape, or her, whatever this is, like her wings or cape, has these like ruffles? I don't know what they're called. At the end of it, around the edge, kind of like how fish have those ruffles, or what are they called? There'll be some fish, like say a betta fish, would have these things, like their tails are shaped like that. Let's see. Find some images that has it. Oh, this one might do. And this name was inspired by a guy in a movie that's good at chemistry now. My student is coming out. One movie I can think of is Weird Science. It's like an 80s film, Weird Science. I forgot what year that came out. Exactly. But there is some chemistry going on in that. Two guys, one night, one Saturday night, just experimenting. Let's see here. It's not much to our cape. It's just free-flowing. Ba-ba-ba. Let's see here. It goes down this way, right? And bring it down a little bit. Okay. This one's gonna go down. I've seen a whole lot of cosplays of Faye. They look terrific. There's some very talented cosplays out there. I feel like the Legend of Zelda franchise has garnered so many fans over the years. Oh boy. Add a little shading to the creases. Gotta do light strokes. Oh, speaking of Trovo, oh, I think it's called Trovo Memories or something like that. 2021 Memories for that page, and it's accessible over on the left side panel when you go to the main page. And I'm thinking to put that as like the image that they provided with us, like on the bottom of the page, of my page, I mean. So I'm gonna have to export and figure out what panel I want to put it under. Oh. And the ink blobs just like pop out of nowhere. Yeah, because I want to make, like, you know, make it known that folks that drop by and raid the channel and stuff. I don't think they count like raids, but definitely count like the folks that support the channel and stuff. So I kind of want to make that you know, make it known. Let's add a little shading to the shoulders here. Can. her character's a little bit shiny. If you get stuck in a fantasy world, what power would you choose to be your ability? That's like synonymous with the question, what superpower would you like to have? And oh man, it's been a while since I thought about that. I mean, there was one where you could choose like someone has mentioned like whatchamacallit? Shape-shifting. So shape-shifting, I mean, depends on how powerful that is. Like you can just, it could be just like an aesthetic thing where you can just shape-shift to a person or thing, but you don't necessarily have the ability of that person or thing, you know? But if you can have that person or thing, then I think that would be my choice. Like say, if I could shape-shift to someone who can like go invisible or you know, have the power of strength. So not only do you look like that person or that superhero, but also have their powers as well, then that is the to go. I think that is like, you know, the one ability, right? So you can be anything you want to be. But if you only choose like one thing, I feel like strength is not like a very popular one. Like Superman, strength. I've heard some others say like, oh, they want their superpower to be the ability to cook, which is I don't know. I mean, it's not really a super ability, but I mean that's like humanly ability. Copy 50%? Oh my gosh, yeah. That could work. Yeah, I'm not sure. In a fantasy world, so how fantasy are we? Are we talking? So like when it comes to like magical, I mean, you know, I would consider that part of the fantasy world. If it's magic, yeah, I guess shape-shifting would work. I'm not sure what else are out there. Like, what other options are there? I think in the world of like Dungeons and Dragons, like D&D, I think someone has mentioned like I would be the druid of D&D. And I'm still not sure what a druid is. I think they're capable of multiple things or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. But it sounds pretty cool. Also, ignore those spam messages from YouTube. I continue to get like YouTube spam every now and then. There's like no way for me to block them. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's bring this outward. Oh, here's that track again. Magic, weapons, monster. Oh. Yeah, probably magic, I guess. You can do a lot with magic. Alright. So there are the ruffles. Start to come out this way. Alright, now you can start speeding up. Because this part, where I just draw the cape, it's very typical cloth. I think cloth is, I feel like, might be difficult for some people. I don't know. I think for me it's like very abstract and it can look any way you want and nobody's gonna say anything, you know? But, you know, cloth is cloth, I feel. Unless it's like some sort of a specific cloth that you're trying to, you know, trying to make it look like a certain thing. So I think I could probably speed up the process a little bit. There's also a drawing game, it's a Pictionary game that I've been playing called Scribblet. It's a free game on Steam. Try to feature it on channels sometimes on Sundays. I'm not sure if I'll be playing it on a Sunday, this Sunday, but we'll see if we can fit it in. But I try to fit in some indie games too. I mean, Scribblet is technically an indie game, made by a small company. I forget where from. I know they're a European company, Denmark or some of them. But it's pretty much online Pictionary, Scribblet. And it's pretty fun. It can get provocative at times, like people will be drawing, you know, body parts, certain body parts. And yeah, I can't have that showing on screen and stuff. But yeah, that's a good way to like practice, you know, drawing on the computer. And I did a drawing of Santa and Krampus. I think I showed it off recently. It was a very laggy stream because it had to run off of my computer. And this old computer, which I built more than 14 years ago, back in 2007, cannot handle some of these games on my Steam list. So pretty soon I'll be upgrading. And I'll probably be featuring more games on my Steam list. And future titles that I've been looking forward to playing. Future and current titles that I've been playing. Or wanting to play. Which body parts? We need details? Oh man. I mean the male body parts, you know. That's just how things go when it comes to drawing. When there's like an online game that involves drawing, you know that the first thing that people would draw would be a peen. The peen. Peen and nothing else. Yep. And of course, the way you know, certain streaming sites go, like you gotta avoid a lot of that. You gotta avoid a lot of that nonsense. Alright. So underneath this cape is pretty shady, so I'm gonna make all the streaks I want to make. It's gonna be dark underneath here. So pretty much, I think the rest of the drawing is gonna be me just shading the cape. And then talking about whatever. But yeah, that's Scribblet. It's pretty fun. It's free too. There's a paid version where you can get there's like different categories. There's like popular categories like Pokemon or you know, Nintendo related properties and stuff. Custom made by the community, and you just download them, and then prompts for those would pop up and you would have to draw them. Like Pikachu would pop up, then you have to draw Pikachu, Bulbasaur. There was a room that I entered last time I played. It was all Pokemon. The category was Pokemon. And then we were drawing Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Duck Trio and stuff. That's pretty fun. But then those rooms, they need to be created by someone who owns the premium version of the game, so that they can initiate that category. Which is pretty neat. Let's see. Ordered a parquet. Been nearly a month since I ordered. Oh, interesting. Parquet. Tell me more about this parquet. Oh yeah, I gotta draw the rest of her body too. Ba-da-bum. This part could be a bit darker. Man, now drawing Faye makes me want to play Skyward Sword again. I'll likely, if I can get my Wii console from my other location, and actually, you know what? I think I just need the game, but then that means I would have to start over again, like start over the save file, play from the very beginning. Because when I got that game, I got it when it launched. I had like 2 copies, one coming from Amazon, and I forgot where the other one came from. It's either Walmart or GameStop or something like that. But I mean, they were all the same. No pre-order item or pre-order bonus or anything. I just wanted to play that game at launch, and whichever arrived first, I unboxed and just played it right there. But I didn't get to stream it back then. You know, I could have, but I don't know. I decided to. I think it was because I didn't have internet access, like proper internet access. I had my phone, but I could have decided to hotspot and try to stream off of it. And back then, back in 2010, no one was doing that. Like barely. I don't think people knew what live streaming was, so just play the game. Played it, enjoyed it, and that was that. Still have the save file attached to the Wii console, but I'm not sure if it's like transferable over to the Wii U. It probably is, and I could probably do that and maybe start a new file. I think I'd rather just start a new file if I ever to revisit it, so I can refresh my memory on it. I still remember some things, the music, the characters. But if I can get a hold of the Switch version, I think that would be even better, because it's all in like HD and 60 frames. Can't wait to start streaming in 60 frames. It's gonna look nice. Oh, packet, okay. Okay, I'm not sure what I want to do with this wing here. Let's add some shading here. So this is going to turn out as I'll probably try to export all these videos, or the drawing videos, the Inktober one so far, this being the third one. I'll export them out, edit them to create time-lapse videos of them, add some music, custom made music, and then upload them to YouTube like I've done in the past. So I kind of want to do that before the year ends if I can. And they're not that hard to do, it's just that it takes a long time to render them on this old computer. So I try to get that up there before the new year. I think one of them is already exported. At least the first one, the first prompt, the crystal one. So I'm going to try to upload that ASAP. It's not even a heavy packet. Side are 6 rings. Okay, let's see here. Alright, this one goes down this way. Hope I don't run out of ink. Just gonna make some scruffs here. Where are the hands? Oh, I don't think she has hands. I don't think she has arms. She has like this cape. So she's pretty much the vessel of the sword, and she doesn't have arms. At least from what I've seen of her in the game, in other games. So she was introduced in Skyward Sword, and pretty much is the spirit of the sword. And I guess like her design, whoever designed her in the Zelda team, I don't know if it's Miyamoto that designed her, but even from the concept art, like there are no arms for her. Actually, I don't even know if it's a her, but she does wear like some sort of like what looks to be a dress, not really a dress, like a modern dress. It's like a party dress, not really a party dress, but you know. Legs. Oh yeah, she does have legs. Yeah, she definitely has legs. And she would look like she's got like ballet skills. She would dance around like water, on top of water and stuff. And she's got like this very graceful movements. It's very ballet-like. Yeah. So let me see if she. Yeah, she's got normal-looking legs, like human legs, for sure. So her appearance is supposed to resemble a sword, like elements of a sword. So this sword here, I think it's called the Goddess Sword. Before this sword becomes the Master Sword. So the origin story for the Master Sword is told in The Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword. It's a very important entry to the franchise, which I played back in 2010, 2011, whichever year it was that it came out. Yeah. Let's see. So you can see the diamond part of this sword here. It's kind of like the diamond in her, around her chest. So it's like her head is like the handle. So it's like pick it up like that. Not really, but you know, try to turn her sentient, having human-like features. And she is able to communicate with the master, quote-unquote master, which is Link. or whoever holds the sword. And she could transform into the sword, like this sword here. She transform into that, and then she comes back out as this form to further, you know, give advice for Link, the master. And then later on, the sword becomes the Master Sword. A wielder's duty. Yeah, I'm looking at I've seen some of the concept art for the character. Man, there's been a whole lot of changes. Apparently she has some inspiration from one of the goddesses from the Wind Waker. Yeah. Interesting. She also has some bird-like features where this part, you know, her sides here, the cape part would be her wings. So it's kind of like bird-like. So her head to fight something like that. Yeah. I wasn't the one that designed the character, so, but you know, just going by how it is presented in the game. And yeah, I just really like the Legend of Zelda series. All right, so this part here, it's just like little ruffles. I mean, if I were to guess, I think it would probably make more sense if, I mean, since the diamond part is like more closer to that part of the body, like the upper body, and then the legs would be the longer part of the body, so that it should be the other way around, where the pointy part of the sword is her legs. So basically, when you're using her as a sword, you're pointing her legs. Her feet would be that pointy part of the body. So, I mean, if that makes any sense. Alright, let's see here. Let's get around her waist. I feel like there's not enough, like, Fee or Faye fan art. There's, like, only a few out there, but I feel like me doing this would add to it, you know? Especially for, you know, occasion like this, Inktober. I feel like not a lot of people do, like, video game drawings. And specifically this character. Like, I feel like it's like a missed opportunity if maybe you don't relate, like, Vessel with Fee or Faye, whatever. If I'm using her to fight, my brain will think about this fact and laugh throughout the whole battle. Probably. And I mean, I probably wouldn't be the only one that thought that, because I feel like, you know, enough people would be wondering, how does this make sense? If you're, you know, if we're trying, I mean, we're all humans, and, you know, we're trying to put logic into these video games. You know, with this fantasy setting, and yeah, the creation of these characters. It's very imaginative, and we try to, you know, make it logical. How do people come up with this stuff, you know? So, yeah. Like how does it make sense? But then, yeah, that is the world of imagination. All right, so I think we had this. Oh, come on, pen. It's not even coming out. Oh, there it is. So she has this this dress that cuts off somewhere over here. It's a very fancy looking dress. Whatever this is. You can't stop smiling. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people like the secondary characters when it comes to the Zelda franchise. Like, I remember when Twilight Princess came out, everyone adored Midna. Midna was the secondary character that helps you throughout the voyage. She's the one that, she becomes the Twilight Princess. But, initially, when you meet her, she's like this odd-looking, like, small creature. But she floats. And she's got this petite, form. But later on, once you finish the game, once you reach the ending, she goes back to her world, the Twilight world, where she is a princess there, but then she changes her form. You get to see her true form, which is more, she becomes taller, more human-like. And, yeah, I feel like a lot of people liked her character, like, really, by a lot, you know? Sometimes even more so than Princess Zelda herself. Like, some of these character designs were, for the franchise. Very interesting. Do you think about her face impression when you fight with her? Without laughing? Oh man. I mean, yeah. Sheesh. I mean, I would imagine like she'd be like angry the entire time, like fearful, without fear. But then, like, I mean, the character herself, she's not very expressive. Like, as you can tell, you know, she's got like a straight face. But then that is, I mean, that is the characteristics of a sword in general. Like, there's, you know, the sword itself, you know, in this form here, not very, you know, there's no face you can see on there. So, it's very, I mean, it's not humanly, you know? So, the only face, the only way you can tell how they're feeling, if they're sentient or not, is if they were to speak to you, or, you know, if you can understand what they're feeling at that moment. But, you know, that is going by how the game is. But yeah, it's fun to imagine like what they could be feeling during battle. But the character himself, like Faye, is very obedient and always calls Link Master, you know. How do you do, Master? I feel our next mission, our next destination, is to go this way. and stuff like that. Like she would instruct Link on what to do next and stuff. I think of her face when we swung her at enemies. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, so I mentioned it earlier, but she's also playable in Hyrule Warriors, and no Link is around, but like you can control her. Like this is the first time you ever get to play as Faye, and she's really graceful. Like her move sets, she dances around while attacking the enemies in this form, not just the sword, but she does transform into the sword too. But like one of her basic moves is like just dancing around, and it makes the enemies just like stagger and fly away, which is pretty cool. It was really neat to play as her, and she's actually one of my go-tos to play as, because she's so OP. But one of the special moves that she does is that she does like a swing, like an AoE swing, turns into the sword, and then like swings around, which is pretty neat. I like that one. So that is the first Hyrule Warriors for Wii U. Kinda want to play more of that too. Oh, this is where it gets drum and bassy. Huh, I feel like this part could go a little further down. We can add some shadows to it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. It's kind of dangerous to start shading with this pen. I'll add a little bit here and there. Da, 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 da. I'm curious to see if they've changed anything in the Switch version of Skyward Sword. Well, they call it Skyward Sword HD in the re-release. But then I don't remember if they announced anything that has changed. It's pretty much just a port, straight up port, remastered in HD. As it deserves, because that game needs to be played and seen by all Zelda fans. Man, the ink is just not coming out. Oh my gosh, piece of paper is like stuck to it. Oh, now it's coming out. Okay. I feel like the right side of the cape needs more shadow. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot more shadow. I kind of don't want to do too much of it, but you know, we get the idea of, you know, how it's gonna turn out like. But it's definitely gonna be more like, you know, down this way and stuff. It'll take some time. Kinda wanna play around with it, you know? Just adding, you know, more details over in front. But I pretty much got the basis down already, you know, just getting the whole entire image down, you know, the outline and stuff. I kind of want to add some more shading on the, maybe the hair a little bit, not too much, but yeah, the whole entire shape of this drawing is already laid out, so that's the most important part, I feel, when it comes to, like, you know, doing a drawing like this. And also gotta remember that I shouldn't make it too big, or else I probably won't be able to fit it all in the frame if I would snap a photo of it. Kinda wanna keep it within the 16:9 ratio. Oh, come on. Ink is not like coming out as I want it to. Alright, there you go. Something like that. Yeah, when you start like freehand like this, like anything goes. You can just once you're experienced enough, you can just do whatever and it'll still look good. Whatever comes up in your mind, it may be a good idea to try that idea out. Like put it onto paper, I mean. Just to see how it turns out. And who knows, maybe it would be a good idea. It's when it comes to like art, like stuff, like you're trying out ideas, it's just a good thing to, like, you know, do trial and error and see what works, you know? Just have fun with it, roll with it. Yeah. Maybe you think like, oh yeah, maybe I should add a mark over here, or maybe this shape over here and stuff. Try out different things and see what fits the image. You can always draw it over again. Don't be too discouraged if you make a mistake. The point of you know, these drawings is to make mistakes so you can do better next time, as I mentioned earlier. That's very important. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, I think, is the motto. Sometimes any mistake could come out as a good instead of a bad, because you never know. It could spawn some different ideas, like how Bob Ross would say, making happy little mistakes, or however he calls it. Alright, let's get some more shading on this side. I don't want to do too much shading here, but you know, I just want to get some over here just to balance out the right side, or what would be the right side. Let's see how this comes out. Yep, that seems fine. Alright, I'm gonna start fade out over here. I don't want to spread out too much. And not too dark either. And the farther out, that's when I want to go lighter and lighter, because I want to make it so that the main focus is the center, which I've already got completed. Just want to make it apparent that she has these capes as arms. I guess it's her arms, it's just these capes. I think it's just one whole cape, but it goes around. Uh, when did I start drawing? Oh man, I don't know, since I was like very young. Did it for fun. Very young, did it for fun. It was like I would say at least 5 years old. Maybe I was 5 years old. It was back in like 1990, 1991, when Batman was huge. So it was probably after the Batman movie, the Michael Keaton one, 1989. And the first thing I ever drew that I remember was Batman, like a figure outline of Batman. So it'd be the hat, the cape, the ears, you know, and that would be the figure. Not even the face, just like the outline of the mask, and that's it. No eyes, no mouth. I think I did draw a mouth, but it's a very faint memory. But I remember drawing that on a windowsill with a pen, with like a Bic pen. You know what a Bic, the brand Bic, one of those common brands. They make pens. They make, I think, pencils. I'm not sure. They make lighters. So that company, probably one of those pens. I don't know which pen exactly, but it was a very common pen that we would have around the house. And I was such a huge fan of Batman. I was so into the Batman back then, after that movie. And yeah, just started drawing him. And I was also probably watching Batman 1966, the reruns of the show, the old Batman show with Adam West. And yeah, I think that was the first thing I'd ever drawn. But it was just something I did for fun, not really like serious or anything. It was just like a toddler. But I didn't think it was like a good drawing or anything. I didn't even think much about it, but yeah, I just thought it was like something regular that people would do. Like kids watching cartoons, isn't that a normal thing? But then like you come to find when you start to talk to more people, and you find out that not everyone watches TV growing up. Like, wow, how could you live without TV, or how could you live without internet and stuff like that, you know? But apparently, you know, like not everyone grows up drawing. Even though schools, they would have an art class and stuff, music class, just so that there would be subjects out there for kids to grow and figure out what they want to do, what they may be good at. And that's a good thing, because you never know what skills you may have. If you don't ever try, you know? So I feel like everyone should have a chance at drawing something on their free time. Or even like play an instrument, piano or something. Maybe one person's mind is capable of remembering notes on a keyboard, or even typing keys on a computer keyboard, or clicking a button on a mouse. More so, they probably are able to remember that more so than other folks. So you never know what you might be good at, you know? Art requires memorization too, so it's good to practice it when you can. But I feel like it's like something that you can remember for a lifetime, like certain techniques and stuff. Let's see here. Oh, looks like the eyes. I'm not sure if I want to add anything else to the face, or else it's going to be a lot shady than how it should be. I'll make it a little more shiny, maybe, just to make it so that she's supposed to look shiny, like a sword. I don't want to add too much though. There we go, something like that. Ba-da-ba. Let's add something over here. Let's see how I do in like the next 15 minutes. I think I'll start wrapping up in the next 15 minutes. Yeah, it's a pretty good session, 3-hour session. This being the last art stream of the year. I wish I could do more. There's like a couple more prompts that I wanted to do. Let me bring it up again. Yeah, I'll bring it up later. When it's like almost time. Oh, I like this variant. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'll bring this one up. Yep, adding some shade around there. Not too much. Yep, that's fine. Wish I can zoom in on this. Let me see if we can bring it up. See how it looks on up close. But yeah, you can see more details now. Wow. Doesn't it appear a little bit better when it's like up close like this? Oh my gosh, looks like she's floating. Yeah. It's also very important to have good lighting when you're doing like streams like this, art streams. Yeah, having good lighting definitely definitely adds to it. I'm like tilting it downward that way. At certain angles it doesn't look right, but like once I tilt it the right way, I think right there, it's definitely how it should look. There you go. Yeah. So far so good. Let's see here. I should probably finish the right side, huh? Let's see what I can do. Okay. Let's add. Yeah, I can pretty much just go all out with the shading here. sure how this part is going to turn out, but let's add some more ruffles to it. Alright. That should be good. Let's add more down here. Simple little scruffs. Let's get more over here. Now, this part should be the most darkest part of the drawing. Just underneath. Underneath and behind. Alright, this is the one with the beat. Extend these lines. I feel, yeah, making these lines like all the way through makes sense for the bottom part of the escape. It'll probably make it look more like fish scales, even. Not fish scales, but like the tail of the fish. Like a goldfish, for example. It's supposed to look something like that. But blue colored, yeah? This side is like more blue, cyan blue, and then this side would be purpley. The armpit, the darkest place, yeah. Yeah, totally. The darkest place. Let's bring it down a little more. Lightly. Something like that. There it is. There's that beat. It's a nice freestyle beat. Get some raps. Alright, let's get some more lines over here. Now, this could be done a lot faster if I had like a thicker marker. Like a marker would even be better. But with using a pen, you know, the tip, you can only do so much with the tip. Like a small tip like this. You can only cover so much area. So it takes a little bit more time. A marker, you just could like, just swipe. You get the amount of darkness you need. Yeah, I guess for Inktober you can just use whatever that has ink in it. I tend to just stick with a pen. Especially like a ballpoint pen, it's easier to make like sketch marks. Like just to sketch out the image. Alright. I think that's good. Let's go for a few more minutes. Whatever I can fit in the next few minutes. Still gotta finish the bottom part of her legs too. Let's get some more. I don't know. Probably add some more here. Make it a little more sharper or something. Spread it out too much, but just enough just to get an idea of it, that it's going out that way. Come on, where's the ink? I think that's fine. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some more shading over here. Alrighty. Man, let's get some over here as well. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Let's see. Probably add more here on this side, on this corner. I think there's tilts up. Just little details here and there. Actually, let me scroll down and see if we can get. Yeah, I think the towards the end of the soundtrack, the later tracks are more calming, I feel. Alright, let's finish the rest of the body. It's got like a very Undertale-y melodies to the soundtrack. Some of these themes. All right. Did someone just watch something? Oh, I think that's the radiator. Usually around the winter time, we'd have the heater on, and then yeah, just this desk is placed so close to the radiator. There's like 2 radiators here, like on this floor. There it goes again. There's a radiator. One of those old school radiators that make those sounds. It was louder before, but try to quiet some of them down, but just can't do much about it. But yeah, usually around wintertime when it gets cold, you gotta have it on. Oh, hey, boat ladder. Yeah, we're almost finishing up this drawing. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to... I gotta be careful not spend too much time on the shading, or else I'll be forever into this drawing, you know? But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Like, once you get into that drawing, or that shading, you're in it for a while. The shading is not really that important. It just makes it, you know, stand out a little more. But as long as you get the base silhouette, like outline of the drawing down, like that's most important. So, let's see here. Let's get this part of the dress. So her legs have these stripes. Not really. They look like pie stripes or ribbons. They kind of look more like ribbons. But the way it's laid out, it's like one over the other. So you can get it down here. Those Pete emotes. Alright, let's add some more shadows to her legs. The cool thing about these ball pens is that you can just like lightly... You can do shading like this. Whereas other pens, you cannot do shading like this. But when you snap a photo of these drawings, it's like, it comes out looking like it's done by pencil, when it's actually done by pen. But when you look up close, you can tell, you know, that there's ink there. Alright, don't want to move too far down, or else, you know, I would have to make that part appear important. Let's see here. Let's get some shading here. And this is gotta be like a boss fight or something. I haven't made it that far with a Shigri. But from what I've played so far, that game is like definitely up my alley. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. And it's not like this is like what they would play like during the credits or something. I feel like Paper Mario had a theme that sounded similar to this during the credits. Oh man, Paper Mario was pretty good. The Origami King. I had played that during towards the end of, or summer of 2020. That was a fun game. Really dug the story for that. Alright, there's a lot more ink coming out. Why don't you draw with a tablet? Oh man, if only I had a tablet. It would make things a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got my hands on a tablet as of yet. I feel like some of my artist friends, they've all got tablets except for me. I don't know, I just never really thought of investing in one. I mean, there's like Wacom's, they've got their Syntec RAMs, which are pretty cool. There's ones that have like screens and stuff for professionals. I just never consider myself like a professional, you know? So I just never got on the tablet myself. I don't know, I put more things in priority. I prioritize more things, other things than drawing. I just don't really get to do drawings as often as I used to. And even when it comes to like digital art, it's like it's more on the like making art graphics like for websites or just photo editing in general. And there would be illustrations, but like they're just simple illustrations that can be done with a mouse, you know? I can just do all that with a mouse. Like it's not impossible. Even though some folks they find it to be a hard time with a mouse. Like drawing with a mouse is definitely difficult. But when you get used to it, once you get used to drawing with a mouse, it's like time is the only factor. It's just time that's left over, you know? I feel like I've already drawn enough things with a mouse that the only thing is just, yeah, like I said, it's just only time. As long as you have enough time, as long as I have enough time, I could just draw whatever. But yeah, having a tablet would make things way faster, way easier. Like the things that I draw with a mouse, where it takes like 3 hours to do, I could just do that on a tablet in 3 minutes. From hours to minutes, that's just, I can just imagine how fast every single art project can take, you know? So much time can be saved if I were to have a tablet. Whoa, that was epic. That was epic ending. Alright, I think I'll make this a little bit darker here, so this stands out. Bolden the lines a bit. There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. And I don't know, there's some certain, there's like a certain charm when you're just doing traditional anyway, rather than digital. But then, you know, there's like benefits to digital too. If you're trying to like do some prints or whatever. But at the same time, some folks or people who appreciate art, they sometimes prefer the traditional look, like just how it looks. Like the, you know, whatever medium it is, like whether it's paint or ink or hand drawn. When it comes to hand drawn pieces of art, some people who buy art, they just prefer how it actually looks. But you know, you can just, like, the artist could like just scan the image and then fix up the things that they need to fix, any mistakes, and just clean up the image before they set it off as like a print. But it's like a balance of both when you're doing that, when you're going that route. So you have the tradition, then you gotta learn how to scan the image and digitally alter it, you know, just to fix up some things and stuff like that. And then if it's the other way around, you can work in digital, but you still gotta learn the techniques of how to draw in general, how color theory, what colors mix with what well, and stuff like that. So you still gotta learn like the classic way. Let's see here. But I think as long as you get, like, you know, as long as you know the ins and outs of, you know, how art is, or how colors blend and stuff like that, mix and match, what colors go with what, shapes, photography, anatomy, like all those things come together. Science, logic. Wow, this song has lyrics. Hand drawn looks better in my opinion. Yeah. Some would definitely prefer hand drawn images. I mean, there are some great digital ones too. Like, they just come out looking so easily, so flawlessly. But it's still something about like hand drawn images that just strikes people's you know, interest. Because it's just so raw and natural, I guess. And sometimes you just can't get the right brush strokes when it comes to painting. Like, a digital brush cannot match with like an actual brush, like a real brush. So, I don't know, people that buy art, they really look into that, like the details of the piece of art when they zoom in. So it's like, because when I took like art appreciation back in college, like they would make us go to art museums just to take a look at the pieces, the oil paintings and stuff, and sculptures. And we would have to pay attention to the detail, like really looking up close at the actual painting and seeing how that specific artist did their work, you know. Alright, just a few more strokes. I just want to make sure that, you know, these lines here are apparent to make her waist appear that way. There's supposed to be like some curves. She definitely has some curves for sure. You gotta give her the lady lumps. I don't know why. I'm not sure why they decide to make her like a girl. I guess when designing the character Fee for the Master Sword, or the Goddess Sword, I think it's the Goddess Sword first, Fairy Goddess Sword or something like that. It's supposed to be a character that's going to be like the side companion to Link. So it's going to be something that's similar to the Fairy, like Navi or Tattle. I feel like not a lot of people remember Tattle. There's Tattle and then there's Tail, as in Tattletale. Tattle was the one in, I think, Majora's Mask? Yeah, not people remember that. But whenever they see the fairy, they think it's Navi right away, because that was the first one in Ocarina, right? But then that's the thing. It was the fairy that was in Ocarina, not throughout the series. Navi was only in Ocarina. It may have appeared in like other games, like, you know, other iterations, but there have been other fairies. but people only remember Navi for some reason. Like the general audience that's not too into the Zelda series, but you gotta be a hardcore Zelda fan to know the differences, to know these characters. But yeah, there's Tattle, there's Tail, there's a few others. And they're all different color too, so you can always tell which fairy is which by the color of that fairy. The light, the orb. Navi is the one that's blue. I think Tattle is like yellow or something like that. There's also a purple one. They have different colors to distinguish from one another. But yeah, the common mistake that people make is calling every fairy Navi, short for navigation, which is genius in the naming. Yeah, for real, right? The boat ladder is very familiar. Navi. Every fairy is Navi. That's one thing that not a lot of people tend to rant about or even know about. But until that one hardcore Zelda fan calls it out, you know? That would be me. Oh boy. Hey, look! Hey! Wait! Hello! That is Navi. I'm not sure if the other fairies make sounds like that. Like, I don't think they have vocal sounds, like, alerting the player. I gotta revisit those games someday. One of these days, I'll definitely play those N64 Zeldas again. It's been over 20 years, I feel, since I last played them. Okay. Alright, let me zoom out on this image. I think we should be just about finished. Although I feel like I should just, start wrapping this up now. Oh. Let's see if I can zoom out here. I hope I don't freeze the computer. Man, everything's just so laggy right now. Alright, it looks like it's working. Oh, there you go. Alright, let's get this zoomed out. It's not a very good angle. I feel like I need to tilt the camera a little more. Let me see. I don't want to tilt too much, but it should be like... Man, I feel like the keyboard is in the way. Here. And it's still very angled. Yes, this is like... I think this is the best I could do. For now. But yeah, there is... Fee, or Faye. Oh my gosh. The paper is so... It's not good when I'm using this paper. This is not a very good paper to draw on. This is like regular like printing paper, you know? I don't really have much. I do have this sketchbook though. I didn't get to show this. I should have just drawn in here, but actually let's go through these. I don't really get to show these drawings, and this is gonna be like last art stream for 2021. Kinda wanna show some of these drawings. Oh yeah, and this is the one I did for this is another fan art I did for Yomawati. It's a character from Yomawati, and I did this as a art contest. This is back in 2016, as I marked the date there. So it's supposed to be the main character, and some of the things on her head, on her face, is like monsters, different monsters from the game. It started out as a PS Vita game? I think it was PS Vita. But now it's on like multiple systems, Steam, I think it's on Switch too. There's a sequel. Let's see what else is on here. Oh. Oh. Let me see. Try not to break things. This is... I think some folks can probably guess it by now. This is also back in 2016. Doesn't look as clear as it used to look because it starts to smudge after a while if I move this sketchbook around. But this is... I forgot the character's name. Kubo. This is Kubo from Kubo and the Two Strings. The Laika film. Animated film, stop motion. I love all their films. I have them all on Blu-ray. But this is part of a contest, art contest. The Yomawati one was also part of an art contest. Didn't win it though, but Laika, I think it was around the time when they were starting to have their official social feeds over on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. It was just around then when they were coming out. I drew this right before the film came out in theaters as part of the art contest. Oh my gosh, more YouTube spam. Oh my gosh. Not only is there spam on YouTube, but there's spam on Twitch. Oh, this was also part of a contest. I was doing a drawing of Liz. Wait, Liv More from iZombie. This is back in 2015 when the show was still new, airing on the CW. Let's see what else here. Voltron. I was trying to do some Voltron images. Oh my gosh, this is quite a fun one. This is box art Mega Man. I did this one in 2016. The old school box art Mega Man. I forget which box art or which Mega Man it was. It's definitely one of the NES. But yeah, old school. He kind of looks like a Japanese man in a sci-fi futuristic armor. Look at that gun. That gun looks so old school 60s sci-fi. But yeah, I kind of want to go for that look, that 60s sci-fi look. I feel like that could turn out to be like a good like Mega Man film. Like if they were to do like a live action or some sort of adaptation, they should definitely go for that 60s, 70s robot look or something. Oh my gosh, this is Samus. Yeah, I did this back in like, I forgot what year. I never finished it though, but I feel like I could redraw this someday. Yeah, like a 60s ray gun or something. I remember drawing this while watching someone do a speed run or some sort of charity stream or something. This is around when like I used to watch like marathons on like Twitch or Ustream or whatever streaming site it was back then, and I would just draw the character based on what game it was that I was watching, because I would feel inspired by it. And it's usually like charity streams. Like there would be Zelda-a-thon that happens every year or so, and I remember drawing like Link and stuff. Or sometimes like it would be a Metroid marathon, and I'd be inspired to draw like Samus. So this is one of those opportunities that I did. No, never finished it. I mean, even though it kind of looks complete, but it's not. I don't think it's complete. Oh my gosh, this is like the first time I've ever done Rosalina. I haven't seen this drawing for a while. Yeah, it's like a freehand Rosalina drawing. She has her hand coming out that way. I wanted to maybe get a Luma. Never finished this drawing. I kind of want to finish it. She was one of my favorites. One of my favorites out of the Mushroom Kingdom. I love Rosalina. I definitely will be playing as Rosalina in Mario Party Superstars. Oh, here's another one with Pit. They had a Kid Icarus. I think someone was playing the original Kid Icarus NES on stream or something. This was probably way back when the new Kid Icarus was coming out on the 3DS. So that was like around 2012, I want to say. So yeah, some of these drawings are like from a few years back. Yeah, Rosalina. Let's see what else is here. Oh, I drew this way back in like college days. Just like some, it's supposed to be like corn. Because I was asked to submit some art. This is supposed to be like a corn, and there's a pumpkin there. This actually came out being a painting on like wood, and it was part of an art project, like an actual street art project, and it's like a local thing. And one of my professors from that art appreciation class wanted me to paint that, so I did a sketch of it first. So this was that little sketch, and then I drew it on that wood. And the wood is shaped like a circle. There was like circles. Everyone had like a circle, different sizes, and they'd have to draw like different subjects. Each one would have different subjects that would represent the town, our town that we live in. And ours is we're up in Massachusetts, and it's got like Native Americans that used to live here. So we have to draw something based on that. And I had like corn and pretty much like the vegetables or the vegetation. So I kind of want to do something to represent that. And not only I had this circle board, but there was like some sort of like lines like not lines, but like they're like what look like leaves popping out from one side. So I made that the top part, and I made it so that it's sort of like a beanstalk coming out to the top. So yeah, that was my. I wish I can get a better picture of that, and I think I did have a better picture of that. It's. I'm not sure if it's uploaded to the internet or anything. It might be, but I have to like dig for it. But yeah, that is this sketchbook, which I've had for years and years and years. I just never. I don't really bother to like draw in it as much. I think there's more drawings in there. Let me check real quick. I tend to skip pages when I draw in these books. Oh yeah, this painting here. I forgot about this. Well, let me see if there's any others. Oh wow, there's more. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a Sonic one. Yeah, this Sonic one I did for like as a fan art. Oh, there's some more Pokemon stuff. I did these for shirt designs. Not short, but shirt designs. There's Buffy. Oh my gosh, let me show this here. I wish there's more space on this desk. All right, So there's Buffy Pen Drawing. I did this in 2018. A little animated Buffy. Actually, it's based off the comics. There's a comics that's Buffy like that. Buffy the Vampire, by the way. Hey there, Squibble. Oh, thanks for the follow there. Pikachu, Staryu, or Starmie, whichever one it was. These are just sketches. Oh, there's more on this side, but it takes a little effort to try and adjust because of the small space that I have. We're actually going through my sketchbook right now. I forgot what these Pokemons are. I know this Piplup, the Penguin. These are upside down, but Mampy, I think? Mampy? Let me bring it, twist it around. Yeah, Mampy, I think it's called, and Piplup. These actually got turned into shirt designs. This Charizard, Dragonite. I play a lot of Pokemon Unite. Like almost every day. So these are definitely relevant. What are these, Eevee? Yeah, it is an Eevee in the back. There's a little sketch, very lightly done. This is actually my shirt, my design that I wore. The other designs, the Charizard and the what was his name? Dragonite was actually one of my friends, and the other ones were for different shirts that others had to wear for a charity event that happens like every year around May. But I did that like for 2019, I think, the year it was. Here's the Sonic one. I did this in 2018. I even made a speed art video for this, like a time-lapse speed art video. Today we did this, or I should say I did this. Yeah, I just finished this today, so now I'm just going through this sketchbook. Let's see what is next here. Yeah, it should be wrapping up really soon. I think there's a couple more drawings. This one is a comic book character that not a lot of people know of. But this is like a Zodiac what's it called? Like magical girl style, very Sailor Moon inspired. And this was, I forgot what her name was, but her zodiac sign is the Gemini, of course. She represents the Gemini. There's a symbol right there. So these characters, oh man, I forgot what the artist's name was. I know her name starts with a P, but I don't recall what her full name was. But yeah, I did this one up somewhere, I want to say 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. I think I live streamed it too. Like the whole entire process. And yeah, this is one of my... I was planning to do like all the characters, all the Zodiac characters. This is a franchise, a comic book, not really a franchise, but it's a series, comic book series called Zodiac Star Force. It's a very magical girl style, like Sailor Moon. If you like Sailor Moon, you definitely check out that comic series. Let's see. Let's see if there's any more. I think that was it. Oh wait, there's one more. I think this is the last one. This is a character from an indie game. I'm trying to remember the name of it. The World... man. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know it has World in it. And I don't want to mistakenly call it by the Square Enix game. Man. World something. Man. I can't remember anymore. But anyways, this is a character from there. This is my first time using watercolor. I think I live streamed this one too. A while back. It's supposed to look more sparkly, but I think with moving the book around, it must have taken the sparkles off. But if you look really close, I don't know if I can angle it right, but it's supposed to sparkle a bit. The lighting might not help, but yeah. I forgot what her name was too. I tweeted about it, and that's as much as I remember. Oh, and this was a doodle that I did for fun. This would be a friend of ours, an online friend. His name is Pen, and it was supposed to be a superhero version of him. So I just drew him with a cape, and this is like an inside joke where he holds like a bottle of Hennessy. So yeah, Henny Penny is what we call him. All right, so that is my sketchbook. I might bring that out next time, or maybe next time when I do art, I'll bring it out again and show those drawings. Once I have a better setup, I think I'll probably be better. You know, I can show them a little bit better. All right, so yeah, let me place these under here. Yep, those are some of the drawings I've done, both off and on stream. Where is? Oh yeah, here is my signature and handle. I'll definitely have to take a photo of this. I would have to adjust the lighting, like this lighting here, and then I would have to, like, you know, take my phone, my Nokia phone, and just like snap it when I can. So I'll probably do that possibly tomorrow, and then maybe I'll tweet out the images that I've drawn so far. So for this year, I've only done 3 of the Inktober prompts. There's the first one, Crystal. I should probably bring out the list. Alright, take it easy, Squibble. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I should be ending it really soon, too. New to Trovo. Oh, nice. Yeah, welcome to Trovo. I'm on, like, multiple websites, by the way. Including Trovo, Twitch, YouTube. There's a whole mess of sites. Alright, so wait, let me take off the slideshow. There you go. Now I have room to display these. Alright, so yeah, this is Crystal. The first prompt for day 1. And here is Suit. And it turns out to be Earthworm Jim as the subject. Number 2. And then, of course, today is Vessel. There you go. Now it actually fits. It fits into the screen. Let me get some more paper so I can actually get it to not look transparent. This is how you can tell how thin the paper is, and it's not very good paper for drawing. I need to get like proper paper. Let's see here. Let me take a look at the prompts. I gotta maximize this window so I can see what the prompts are. So the 4th one could have been and would have been not, and I'm not sure what I want to do for not. One thing I can think of is fatal frame, where there's like a lot of rope, and when there's rope, there's a knot. There's going to be a knot, or potential. There's a, you know, there's potentially going to be a knot in that rope. And speaking of fatal frame, I'm going to be playing that tomorrow. I'm going to try and finish up the rest of the chapters if I can. On hard mode, nightmare mode. And then prompt number 5 there for Inktober is Raven. I kind of want to do like 5. 5 was my initial goal for Inktober, but even then I didn't have enough time to do even 5 of them. So I only did the first 3. But Raven would have been a nice one. Oh, you know what? I do have a drawing that sorta relates to that. Let me see if I can find it. It's gotta be in one of these. So in this pile of papers, I got drawings from like past Inktobers, like the fish that you saw in the little slideshow up there. The actual drawings. Wisp from Animal Crossing. They're all sideways, but I'm just gonna find that Raven-related one. Here it is. So I did this, I forget what year it was that I did this. It must have been like 2019, 2020. maybe 2019, I want to say. But I don't think I don't remember if I streamed this or not. I probably did stream it, but I probably did not finish it when I was streaming it. But this is supposed to be Eric Draven. Note the last name Draven has a raven in it. Eric Draven from The Crow. I was a big fan of The Crow growing up. The film, the first film with Brandon Lee, 1994. Big fan, changed my life, and I never did any fan art of it. So this is like my version of Eric Draven, where a bird, he becomes the crow. So it's supposed to be comedic in a way. And yeah, this could have been one good drawing where I could ink. And right now it's in pencil, so you can tell the difference from pencil to like ink drawing. So it's a little bit darker when it's inked. But yeah, this could have been like a raven. So yeah, that's what I want to show. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to this. Oh, let's put it underneath. Let's go. Yeah, with these drawings, I'm gonna try and take a good photo of each of them and try to tweet it out. And then I'll make like time-lapse videos of them. It's only 3 videos, or 3 of these drawings, so it might be possible that I can upload them before the new year comes. We'll see. Alright, so yeah, I think I can just end it here, right? Yeah, then we can have that. Alright, let me minimize. So yeah, I think this is it. Thanks all for tuning in. Let me see if I can type these commands in. Add some points. Actually, I think this point system only works over on Twitch. So there you go. Free points for everyone. Peanut butter. I love peanut butter. Alright, so I'm gonna take off for now. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night and or day. And yeah, maybe I'll see you on the next one. Tomorrow I'll be doing Fade Frame. And possibly Pokemon Unite, I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, good night, sweet dreams. See you later.